Did you know that 1/3 of the US population is currently suffering from prediabetes? If this figure doesn't shock you, it should, especially if you've been suffering from recurrent uric acid kidney stones. If you'd like to better understand how prediabetes and diabetes may be contributing to your uric acid kidney stone formation, you're going to want to check out this video. Hi, I'm Joey Weichman, and welcome to Stone Relief. In today's video, we're going to investigate diabetes and its role in kidney stone formation. On the surface, most don't see a clear relationship between the two conditions. However, they're more closely related than you would think once you understand their underlying mechanisms. So, to get things started, let's define exactly what diabetes is. So, on the surface, diabetes is this complicated, convoluted thing that a lot of the population happens to be suffering from. However, simply put, really, diabetes is all about blood sugar management and regulation in our body. And there are two different types. So type 1 is where the immune system is really destroying insulin-producing cells that are in the pancreas. Fortunately, only about 5% of all the cases that are out there are type 1. And this requires insulin therapy. So these are these individuals that are injecting and managing their insulin with exogenous sources of insulin because their body is not regulating it appropriately. But fortunately, again, it's only about 5% of the population that suffers from this genetic type of diabetes. The next type is type 2 and is way more common. And this is really insulin resistant. So this means that cellularly, we are mismanaging, or our bodies rather, are mismanaging how insulin is shuffled around and how it's produced. So again, as I'd mentioned, this is much more prevalent. This is 95% of the population. And it's caused by us. It's our dietary choices that are really, truly driving type 2 diabetes across, especially the Western world, but overall the entire world. And if you're curious to know if you're suffering from prediabetes or diabetes, you probably already know, but if you're curious and you may have some symptoms that we are not going to talk about in today's video, this is going to be evaluated by a blood test. It's pretty simple to get done. You can probably get it done with your general practitioner locally. But understanding this aspect of it, and if this is a portion of it, the next chapter, we're going to talk more about what exactly does diabetes have, or in terms of its impact, on kidney stone risk and formation.
Just a reminder, this information is available in written form on our website. Find the link below in the description.
All right, so now that we have a better understanding of what diabetes actually is and the two different types that exist, let's talk about diabetes and its impact on kidney stone risk. So unfortunately, if you're diabetic, your risk for kidney stones is about 2 times the risk for that of a normal person. And this is true for both type 1 and type 2 diabetes. And a large discovery that we had made when we were doing this research was that 30% of uric acid kidney stone formers also have diabetes. And I think that this is probably going to be, it's actually probably a larger number. It's just not being captured in a way that is being represented in research papers and things like that for us to be able to get our hands on. So I think this is probably a much larger issue than 30%. It's probably closer to darn near 60% of the instances when it comes to uric acid kidney stones that you're likely to have some sort of a diabetic component to it. Now, diabetes is linked to uric acid kidney stones because diabetes causes acidic urine. And in particular, and we've talked about this before in previous videos, but really this centers in on ammonium production, because ammonium is an alkalizing agent that the body uses to kind of like neutralize acidic things to where they should be, around that neutral pH of 7. So when this gets impacted by diabetes, and really truly again, it's all about management of insulin and insulin signaling, ammonium production gets decreased. So, and when ammonium production gets decreased, urine is acidic and it maximizes the opportunity for uric acid kidney stones to form. So, acidic urine, as we've talked about in previous videos, is required for uric acid kidney stone formation, and it also maximizes calcium oxalate stone formation too. So, figuring out your urine pH as it relates to your diabetes is going to be a huge lever that you can pull on if you're trying to prevent recurrent, not only uric acid kidney stones, but also calcium oxalate kidney stones. And again, 95% of diabetes or diabetics across the world are type 2, and this is being driven by dietary choices. Now, don't get mad at me. There might be some other nuanced things that are leading to people having type 2 diabetes out there that I'm not aware of. Entirely possible. But most of it, it's being caused by the things that we're eating. And I know that making dietary changes to be able to try to prevent something like kidney stones or even try to mitigate symptoms of diabetes is no easy task. I've spent the last decade and a half self-experimenting, failing, succeeding to certain extents, especially at the middle stages, and then finally reaching success of completely preventing kidney stones with dietary changes alone. So if you're curious and want to learn from me and how you can shortcut and put an end to your kidney stones and most likely make a really big positive impact on your type 2 diabetes, head on over to our website, stone-relief.com, click on the coaching button up in the header and schedule a call with me. We'll put a plan in place to not only make sure that your health is maximized, but we'll also put an end to those pesky kidney stones as well.
Visit our website if you'd like to join a community of people learning to manage their kidney stones naturally. See you in the next video.